Well, my name's Rob Kazan. A lot of things, the main thing is obviously being really cautious about. Oh well, the main thing I think is we pay extra with our energy bill, and we just get 100% of our power from renewable sources. Or you buy sort of they promise to send all that power that you use back into the grid from renewable sources. So we pay an extra like $50 or $60 every couple of months and get that. In terms of water, we store all the water we use from our veggies and our grey water and things, and we don't grow. That's the thing. We take our water out to like other people's vegetables and things around us because we don't have a garden ourselves. But we found that just trying to store the water that you don't use, you get so much. Like we had, from one day you have left over 10 litres or something sometimes, which is quite huge. So I think maybe a good idea would be, if people were seriously saving all their water and they don't have gardens, think of places we can, things we can do with this water. I'm sure there's lots of, clever ways of growing gardens in various areas, like nature strips, for instance. That's a bit of a wasted sort of piece of land, I think, in suburbia. Like why aren't there silly little gardens everywhere and more things growing? I think it's a really easy thing that everyone could get on board really easily,
Cool.
Yeah.
What else about to say? If you were to say something.
The urban environment is ugly.
And the urban environment is quite ugly. I don't think anyone really enjoys living in a concrete jungle. I think obviously people go away for holidays into beautiful natural environments, and we should take something from that. Obviously we should be closer to nature and enjoy a more sort of green environment to live in. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. I think as much as absolutely as possible. It was interesting. I watched this thing recently. This Kevin Rudd was giving this speech at some sort of convention or something, where he was talking about climate change being the single biggest threat to our country, and yet you hear about this 5% reduction by 2020, which is really in contrast to what he's talking about. So I guess what I want most is actually for people to follow through with their promises and their rhetoric, because it seems like there is a huge discrepancy in what's being said, and frankly it's just not good enough. Yeah. I think carbon tax is the best way to go. I think obviously you should be taxing things that you don't want to exist and you want to be, slowly weaned off from society. So tax people who pollute, put higher taxes on people who create waste and so forth, and get businesses to invest in cheaper, renewable energy sources for themselves, and also their own practices. It's not going to be cheap. Obviously, it's going to involve money, but really, I think that's way more important than just, trying to maintain massive profit margins and not doing anything about it.